What is going on, everybody? So yes, I'm still making an ACU or a Roz Wraith video breaking down exactly how to play Wraith, or at least how some of the best pros play Wraith, and that still will be coming out next week. But I actually wanted to do a little extra video for you guys. I saw on ApexUniversity right here, ApexU, if you follow it on Reddit, will give you the best tips when it comes to improving your gameplay from anywhere else. Honestly, they give more in-depth tips than even YouTube, right? Because YouTube is filled with a lot of generic tips like, yeah, you know, top 5 things to do or top 5 legends to pick that tend to be not so useful. But anyways, yeah, this guy put a VOD review up about his, he's a low platinum Caustic, and I just wanted to check it out. It was a short gameplay footage here he wanted me to see. Shout out to him for posting this here, Who's Afraid Of. Now, so it looks like here it's a short end game. You got top 5 situation. You got 4 RP points, which is good. You'll be heading back to the lobby with RP no matter what. Right off the bat, I see your comp. You have a Watson, a Wraith, and a Caustic. Really good team composition here. I don't know if shooting that crypto drone really does anything for you there, but you've kind of trapped up all the different doors and you're staring down the one door you haven't trapped up, which is good. I'm assuming you're waiting for your next little gas trap. And they're just communicating here. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but I like the comms. And I see how you're placing the traps. And I like the trap placement. You're putting it in all the little choke points in the house. And you kind of want to use the first floor, the bottom floor, as your little safe haven, because they can come from the top. And I like how you're scouting. So far, you're doing a really good job. This is good gameplay. I'm assuming they shot that through the window. Yeah, they're shooting it through the window there. But yeah, so far I like the trap placement. The Watson could make her fences a little longer so they cover more of the floor, and also so they don't get immediately destroyed by a grenade. And you know, you're doing some poke damage, some good alternator shots, not too bad. I like how you're scanning the area, making sure that you're keeping up with all the different teams around you. And I'm assuming that team across from you is not going to move from their spot until the very last minute here. So really you're set up. There's nothing really too bad you're doing here at all. I would have someone in the roof always, just to make sure no one's pushing you. See, yep, see, that's what happens, crypto pushes you. But at least you have the trap set up there. In this situation, I would actually move the trap at, like, right behind this door here, or right where you're standing, so that they don't just like kind of peek this and then just shoot the trap immediately, if you get what I'm saying. Other than that, you're in a decent situation at the moment. And I see you got extra traps, so you're just throwing them up there just to make sure they don't push you. A little shaky there. You probably should have just pulled out your shotgun for that, but you got him down, so no worries. You have a really good spot, and your team is completely stacked, right? You have 3 versus, I'm sure some of the other ones, I think that Wraith is actually alone. And you throw your ult here, not a bad situation. Your Watson goes down, I'm assuming, by that Wraith. Yep. That Wraith is just trying to find a home since she's alone. Not sure how she got in there, honestly. She might have gone through the one of your traps. So honestly, so far so good. You're trying to shoot that trap to set it off to make sure they can't push in this corner. Even though you have full health, you should be just dominating this room. Like, you're playing a little bit, I wouldn't say scared, just cautious. You have a full health with a gold shield and, you know, a Mastiff, so you can act confident on this. Right here, you don't anticipate the storm. This is where things, I think, start going wrong. Let's just go back a tiny bit. Okay, so at this point, you know there's a team rushing you, right, at the top, and your Wraith actually pointed it out. You should be with your Wraith here. And this is kind of what I was saying, you're playing a little cautious. Like, you have full health, you have a Mastiff, you have everything. You should be going ahead and helping out your team and setting up for the final circle, which will be, like, right here. You kind of want to be outside the house or around the corner, with basically throwing traps everywhere. And I was gonna say, when you use your ultimate, it was a decent use of ultimate since your teammate went down, but honestly it would have been better to keep it for this final circle situation. If you had your ultimate for this situation, this would have been a lot more favorable to you. And right here you see that it's counting down. Like, that's what I'm saying. You should be moving before this countdown timer starts, because now you're kind of in a pickle. And I can tell you're somewhat panicking in this situation. You're kind of hugging a corner, hoping no one kills you. You're like, okay, I'm gonna survive first before being aggressive. Like, you didn't really have to set that trap off. You didn't really have to do any of that. You should have just gone straight up to help your Wraith. And like, you're putting traps right there, and I'm assuming you're not aware of the timing and the countdown, because those traps, like you just saw there, they become obsolete as soon as you put them down. Now you're down 2 traps. because they're essentially saving nothing. But that's a good pick right there. And good nades. And you should be playing that window up there. It's a really good spot when in a specific situation. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. There you go. Yep. Okay, you might be able to get your Wraith up in this situation. Nice. Oh man, look at that. You're like in a little crevice. Perfect. So in this situation, let's kind of let it play out. Let's see what happens. You have two options here. You can go through the roof or through the bottom floor here. With a minute left. Okay, you go down there in the open, yeah. Okay. So really, you did a really good job up until this situation here where you down the race, you get the Watson up, and this is kind of where everything breaks down. You have 10 seconds left here on the countdown. You're fully healed up, and these seconds are so precious, okay? You didn't have to set this trap off. You didn't have to put these two traps down here. You should have been peeking the window immediately, trying to down anybody, and then you would have been able to have those little extra seconds where your Watson maybe doesn't go down if you do that. But right here, you're pushed by the circle because you spent those seconds setting up traps and stuff to the point that your teammate gets kind of isolated and down. What you should have done is both of you should have gotten down here, right? After you heal this Wraith, she sits right here next to you. And then you go around this way. If you're posted up right here on this doorway, you could have thrown a trap down right here, shot at it, or he would have shot at it, right? And that would have forced this guy to jump off into the open. And now you have this cover to work with where you can shoot and you would win that. I mean, you have fortified, you have gold shield, you would win that. And the Wraith should have been down here with you, kind of backing you up. That was the play to do here, not to go on the roof, because look at this, there's no cover up here. Even if this Octane wasn't up here, right, even if he was like where you were standing, that would have been even worse, honestly, because you would have just gotten fried immediately and then the Wraith would have been focused. But yeah, the play was just to go through this little doorway here. This was the key. And then use your traps or even your ultimate if you still had it to push these guys off cover, and then you would have both melted these guys, easily gotten the win. Overall, really good gameplay. I think you're clearly a diamond level player from the way you use the windows and your aim. It's just towards the end here you kind of panicked, and it's fine. It happens to everybody, especially when the circle's so short. You don't know who's going to shoot you from what angle. But I mean, you already know there's no one out there. The last guy has to be under you, right? Like, he has to be hugging the wall. And that's just a little key information, little key awareness that you didn't use, right? Work the final circle. Try to keep the ultimate as much as you can. You had still 50 seconds to play with here as well. You didn't have to jump out like that, but it's unfortunate. GG's. GG's. Either way, you head back with some nice RP there, so not too bad. You should be in diamond soon if you just keep grinding, assuming this wasn't the best game you've ever had in your life, right? But yeah, keep it up, man, and keep posting more videos. I'd be down to review anybody's video if you just post it and link it to me. Post it on ApexUniversity. I'll be on there checking out VOD reviews. I'll probably post that there as well. Oh, and also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Again, I'll be making a Wraith playstyle review, checking out ACU and Raz's playstyle when it comes to Wraith. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a good one.